Play action. It's Jackson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson, first play, going to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Oh, the return is Jones. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st down, Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of... the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. A solid stiff arm. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Delbert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Jackson running again, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first and 3's hit. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Fields. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down there.
And off comes to Montgomery. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw, Fields. Caught here by Griffin. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Fields. Hard throw, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run the option left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Left side, got Jones. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Velus Jones, 74 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. He ended up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the 50, here's Fields. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dafe Owe able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Ravens take over first down at their own 12-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Dobbins once more. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards, and he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's caught at the 3. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 3 yards out. And the Ravens put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Jackson to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Again, this is Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go around.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.